Hi everyone, it's Claire again. I've been and had my appointment with the surgeon this morning, and it's bad news. Well, kind of bad news. I started applying the end of last year, and officially my application went in February, March. And what they didn't bother to tell me is that one of the criteria's changed for getting the surgery. It used to be that you had to attend an in-house hospital weight management clinic for 6 months within the last 5 years, which I have. And then also you've also got to make you've also got to prove that you've done other diets as well. You've made the effort. And he's now told me this morning that they brought in a new thing as of April, that says I must see someone else in another in-house clinic, other than the one I used before. It's like a replacement clinic for the old one, which I wasn't very happy about because nobody bothered to tell me. But what he did say was, because I started applying before April, he was going to actually argue that I should get the funding, because I did do the application in good faith. I jumped through all the hoops that they asked me to jump through, and they changed it after I started doing the application and after I started having all the tests. What he didn't want me to do was to actually go through the in-house clinic that they've set up, because the way he looks at it is it's probably going to be a waste of time. I mean, I've already set my heart on surgery, I've already done the tests for surgery, I've already done the research for surgery, done everything for the surgery that they've asked me to do. It's just that they've changed this little thing since I started. And like you said, I mean, I could go in and do the clinic for 6 months, but he doesn't seem to think there would be a point in that, because at the end of that clinic I would still be wanting surgery. So we'll have to see anyway. He's going to ask around and try and get the application through and trying to get the funding released. He says he's pretty certain he can get the funding released and that hopefully I won't have to go through the clinic, but obviously he's going to have to double check that. And all being well, he's hoping to have a letter with him in the next couple of weeks giving me a surgery date, providing that they let him go ahead with getting the funding. So we'll have to see. I'm a bit disappointed. I don't really know what's going to happen. But the worst case scenario is that my surgery is going to be delayed altogether. It could be another 9 months before I get surgery. That's the worst case scenario. Best case scenario, I'm looking at about September. So we'll have to see. I will say, I don't know if anybody saw the video I've actually removed a couple of weeks ago. I wasn't overstruck the first time I met this surgeon. But the second time, I don't know if it was that he'd had a bad day when I first met him or what, I don't know what it was. But this time I saw him, he was really, really nice. He was fantastic. He was polite. It could be because he had an assistant with him, I don't know. But yeah, I was actually okay with the exam this time. I wasn't as embarrassed. I was a lot more comfortable. He put me at ease. He talked to me. You know, he seemed to know a little bit about me. The only thing he didn't know is that I'd had the psychological evaluation yesterday and that I passed it. Even though the lady actually emailed his secretary in front of me to make sure he had that information in front of him before I saw him. So I think he was a little annoyed actually. He says, "Oh, thanks for telling me that, because I didn't actually know, nobody had told me." So I think I caught him on the back foot a bit. So yeah, it looks like he's going to try and get the funding anyway, and we'll just have to see what happens now. It's a waiting game. Which is unfortunate the way it is with the NHS. I suppose it's the same in America with the insurers as well. You've got to wait for somebody to say yes. And I suppose I've just got to do that waiting. Anyway, I've nothing else to say. Like I say, as usual, anybody who's got anything to ask me, anything, that they want to, find out maybe about funding or, anything really, even just questions about me, you're more than welcome to ask. And I shall keep you updated again shortly. Bye.